Good day here, Braun here, doing the Italian turn. So for 10 IPCs, the Italians are going to buy a fighter. And now for the combat movements. First off, the tank and mechanized infantry are going to blitz through Alexandria and go right into Egypt. And infantry and artillery are also going into Egypt via this transport up here. The second transport is going to sail down to C-Zone 98 as well, taking an artillery from northern Italy and an infantry from southern Italy, and also join this battle and offload into Egypt for that battle as well. Next, Italian destroyer from C-Zone 96 is going to go into C-Zone 97, as well as the cruiser, submarine, and destroyer that are in C-Zone 95 are going into 97 as well. Joining them is a strategic bomber for a movement of 1. So he's got 5 movements left in his gas gauge. Further north, for Battle for Yugoslavia, the Italians are going to bring in 2 infantry all from northern Italy, 2 infantry, a tank, and an artillery. And from Albania, 2 infantry and a tank. And lastly, quick and easy battle. Italians are bringing in 1 infantry from Italian Somaliland into Kenya. Alright, oh, well, one more battle, forgot about it. Libya, 2 infantry and artillery from Libya are going into Tunisia. Alright, I will set up the battle board and we'll roll this out. As you can see now, I have battle boarded everything. And so the first battle is this amphibious assault into Egypt. And so for the Italians, it's 1 at 3 for the tank, and 4 at 2, and then 1 at 1. And here we go. So first round, 2 hits. That will be the Anzac infantry. Both of them. The return fire from the British. 1 hit. So the Italians will be losing that 1 infantry. Next round. Nice for the Italians. It is 3 hits. So for the British, they're going to lose both infantry and 1 of their artillery pieces, but their 4 units still get the fire back. And we have only 1 hit back. So that is the second Italian infantry that has been killed. So for the Italians, it's 1 at 3 and 3 at 2. And we got 2 hits, but there's only 1 unit left for the British, so the artillery has been killed and gets to roll 1 back, and he did not hit. So the British have lost Egypt. The Italians take it with 1 tank, 2 artillery, and a mechanized infantry. Now for our next battle. It'll be the Battle of C-Zone 97. Bluegrass General has given me march instructions for the casualties he wants to take in which order. But as we get to that, I will tell you. First off, the Italians are bringing in a submarine, and the British don't have a destroyer, so the submarine gets a surprise strike. Surprise strike for the Italian submarine is a miss. Now for the remainder of the Italian units, which is a strategic bomber, a cruiser, and 2 destroyers. And we got 1, 2, 3 hits on the British. So the first 2 hits were going to be on his carrier, so his carrier has been sunk, and his 3rd hit was going to be the tactical bomber. Now for their return fire. And the return fire is 2 hits. So the 2 hits will be both destroyers for the Italians. So the Italians are down to just the sub, the cruiser, and the strategic bomber. So the submarine is going to fire first with a surprise strike. And he's hit on a surprise strike, which takes out, because the submarine cannot attack air units, automatically destroys the cruiser. Cruiser does not get to retaliate. Now for the strategic bomber and Italian cruiser, and they both hit. Incredible turn of luck for the Italians, and they took out the fighter. But the fighter still gets to shoot back, and the fighter hits, and the fighter will be taking out what should I be taking out? He cannot hit the submarine because there is no destroyer present. So he has got to either take the cruiser or the strategic bomber. I am going to take this strategic bomber. Has been destroyed. Alright. So bring these guys out of here. The next battle I'm going to set up here over here is the battle for Tunisia, which has 1 French infantry defending and an Italian artillery and infantry attacking. I'm just going to pause the video here as my battery is about to run out. Alright everybody, I'm back. I didn't realize the battery was so low on this camera, so I've quickly just done a battery replacement and I'm back into it. So, for the Italians, we got 2 at 2. And we got the 1 hit we're looking for. And the French missed. So the Italians take Tunisia. And the last battle I'm going to be setting up here is the battle for Yugoslavia. And boom, 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 and we got them all set up here. There we go. So we got 2 at 3, 2 at 2, and 3 at 1 for the Italians. And we got 1, 2, 3 hits in total against the 4 defending infantry from Yugoslavia. And the Yugoslavs got 0. So they're down to 1 infantry left. And the Italians, 3 more hits, which is more than enough they needed. And the return fire from Yugoslavia is nothing. Wow, the Italians took Yugoslavia really easily. Alright, I'm just going to reset the board up now with the results from these battles. Okay, I've moved all the units back now and set everything back up. So go over what the Italians are doing for their non-combat moves, which is only 1 move. So they're the only ones left that I can move. We the 2 infantry that are in Tobruk are moving over to Alexandria. So just a quick review. We'll start down here in southern Africa. So we've got 1 infantry in Kenya. Nothing in Ethiopia and Italian Somaliland. Up here, Egypt has a tank, 2 artillery, and a mechanized infantry. Alexandria has 2 infantry. Tunisia has an infantry and an artillery. C-Zone 98 has the 2 transports. And up in C-Zone 97, we got a cruiser and a submarine. Up in southern Italy, we got 3, 4, 5 infantry and 2 anti-aircraft guns. Northern Italy has 2 anti-aircraft guns. And Yugoslavia has 2 tanks, an artillery, and 4 infantry. That's it for the Italian moves. They will be collecting 16 IPCs. I have adjusted the income tracker, and their lone fighter they purchased will be built in southern Italy. And so I'll just quickly review the income tracker that has been changed and updated. Out of it here we go. So we got the French and the Chinese at 9, Anzacs are at 10, Italy is at 16, so they'll be collecting 16 IPCs. The British Pacific are at 17, Europe is down to 27, Japan is at 29, the Russians are at 37, Germany's 42, and the USA is at 52. Up next is the French, and then we'll be back on to the Germanys for round 2. See you soon.